Hello, hi friends, welcome to Digimento. So today we will continue our discussion on pollution, the impacts of pollution on human health. So as of now, we have discussed about air pollution, water pollution, and yesterday we also discussed about soil pollution. So today we will be taking up noise pollution and also radioactive pollution. So let's begin. I hope you have all joined the classes. Hi Suprita and hi Lipika. Hello, good evening, welcome. So let's start with let's also wait for others to join our classes. So I hope others are also joining soon. Okay, so two things I want to clarify. One is regarding your classes. Every day you will have classes at 7 p.m. So today there was some technical error, like 5-10 minutes difference. Otherwise, every day, yesterday this is what we were discussing. So every day you will have classes regularly at 7 p.m. Every day you will be having, not even Sunday I will take a break, but sometimes on Sundays if I am taking a break, then I will definitely let you know Saturday itself. So if I won't tell you about it, then there is classes on Sunday as well. So if I'm taking an off on Sunday, I'll let you know in prior on Saturday itself. So every day 7. So hi Kaur, hi Yuvraj. So you people were asking me regarding the timing, and if you are not able to attend the classes live sessions at 7, this videos will be available on YouTube only, so you can watch it, but try to make it up for the live session. Otherwise, you go and watch the video and then you can let me know what are the queries you have in the next session. Ambika is asking me which author book you have referred. Ambika, it's not any author's book, but I have gone for different sources. There is one website called PMF IAS. Then there is also a book which is released by Shankar Academy. That book I have referred, and there are various numbers of websites. So I take the content and the data from many sources, not just from one source. So I refer to multiple sources. Because net specific or your NTA net exam specific data was not available. So what I did is I picked up the topics from the syllabus. So each topic I did a separate research and then I have made the PPTs. So that is how I have made this PPTs. Hi Pooja and hi Puri. So I think we will start now. Okay, let's start. Before that, you must have all subscribed to our channel. If you haven't, please do subscribe and do share this video with your friends. And also, if you are preparing for any of this competitive examinations, then you can avail our online courses. You can visit our website or call to this number to get more details about the courses that we provide to you. So let's start. Just let's take a 30 seconds to 1 minute to just recap what we have learned till yesterday. I'm not going to explain everything. You can just go through the PPTs, just make yourself comfortable, and by that time we will also have others also to join the classes. So until then you can go through this PPTs. So these PPTs you can just see, and if you have any doubts till now, you can just raise it. You can just go through them. Any doubts you can put it. By that time, I think others also will join. Hi Sumati, hello, how are you doing? So how is everyone? Hope you all are fine. Okay, Yuvraj, you asked me this question, no? Ganga project. I'm really sorry, I forgot to check it. I'll just check it and let you know, Yuvraj. I'll definitely let you know that. It was either in 2015 or 16, but I will just see. Definitely tomorrow I'll let you know, Yuvraj. Hi Senthil, hello, good evening. So these are the air pollutants, major air pollutants. Lipika has asked me net examination maybe in the month of November. Yes, it must be in the month of November, but we are all not certain about it, but I hope so, because I think recently some examination hall ticket was released for the month of October. So if exams are conducted in the month of September and October, definitely this will be conducted in November. Okay, the effects: National Mission for Clean Ganga, Pillars of Clean Ganga project. and soil pollution. Yesterday we discussed about soil pollution, the effects. Now today we will start with noise pollution. Okay, so today let's take up noise pollution. Okay, so yeah. So noise pollution is unpleasant noise created by people or machines that can be annoying, distracting, intrusive, or physically painful. So this is noise pollution. And noise pollution has gained importance in these last few decades. Why? Because hello Sharavana, hi. There are some regular students who are missing in today's lecture, like Nirja was there, Sri Lakshmi, then Neetu. Why people have not joined? Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, noise pollution means an unpleasant noise which is created. So unpleasant noise, sometimes if the noise pollution is such severe, and if people having heart problems are exposed to severe noise pollution, then it can also lead to heart attack. So don't think that it is just a very small issue. It can lead to heart attack. So in people who are already suffering from heart ailments. So unpleasant noise created by either people, machines, that can be annoying, distracting. In the comments, can you just give me some examples of noise pollution that you experience in your daily life? You should not give me you need not give me examples you read into your textbooks, but tell me your real life examples where in at least one instance where you have been exposed to noise pollution. Hi Nirja, hi, good evening. So you are all my regular students, so when I don't see your comments, I miss you all. So that's why I asked, where are you? Okay, so give me real life examples where you have been exposed to noise pollution. I'll give you one of my personal experience. So in my place only, in my city only, I live in a rented flat, but earlier I lived in a villa which was also rented. So what happened is, very close to the premise of my villa, a new flat construction started. And apart from the dust and all that, what has happened, this drilling and then tile works were going on, and that was creating a kind of, I experienced severe headaches for weeks and weeks, and then we decided to shift our house. So you must be also having such kind of experience. So Pooja has commented about the traffic. Sometimes the traffic is too annoying and people do not have even the patience to wait. So what they will do, they will always make that noise, and so even the traffic, yes, definitely a real life example. And have you seen people, this youngsters using the bullet and all, the motorbikes, and the bike itself is creating a lot of noise these days? That is also very, very common on the roads. That is one example. Then if there is any industry nearby, yeah, Nirja has commented places close to airport. Yes, correct. And crackers, yes, crackers, yes. I have a personal experience with the crackers because my daughter was born on Diwali day, and the day she was born, that was the Diwali day, and people were burning crackers outside the hospital. So what happened is, like, she's a very small baby, just born baby. So she will wake up every 5 minutes hearing the voice of the crackers, sound of the crackers, and she will start crying. So we were in Hyderabad when she was born, and in Hyderabad they used to celebrate this Diwali for like around 10 days. So the day she was born till she was like 10 days old, every night there were this voice of crackers, and then really disturbed her. I still remember that. That is one of my personal experience. Just thought of sharing it with you. Yeah, even if you have a house close to a marriage, yes, very true. If it's there, yes, especially I think North Indian marriages, it's like a mela. So yeah, that's also true. Radio speaker noise in the festivals, yes, correct, yes. Sometimes even the temple festival and all, yes, that's too distracting at times. Yes, so every one of us, if you can recollect, we have been exposed to noise pollution, but if you see, it is only in the previous few decades that the intensity of the noise pollution has increased. Otherwise, noise pollution were not getting or gaining much momentum, but now it's gaining too much of importance because of the health issues related to it. And also the severity of the pollution, noise pollution, is increasing these days. Now, a person's hearing or hearing capacity can be damaged if a person is exposed to noise levels over 75 decibel over a prolonged period of time. So this is the consequence or the effect of noise pollution on human beings. So if an individual, if a person is exposed to noise level, higher noise level above 75 decibels over a long period of time, there is a chance that the hearing capacity of the person can be damaged seriously. Okay. And so this is the decibel, maximum allowed, maximum voice or the maximum decibels allowed in various zones. In industrial area, during the daytime, that is the industrial working hours, it's 75, and night time it's 70. Commercial area it is 65, during night it is 55, and residential area it is 55, and during night it is 45, and silent zone it's 50, and during night it is 40. Hi, hello Neetu, we were waiting for you, and I also asked where is Neetu and Sri Lakshmi. Hello. Yeah. So let's come to the sources. We have already discussed a lot number of sources. From our own personal experience, we have discussed a lot of sources. Just we will see what are the other sources. So road traffic, jet planes, garbage trucks, construction equipment, manufacturing process. So these are all some of the regular or the day-to-day premises where you will see that noise pollution, we are exposed to noise pollution. Now, what are the impacts of noise pollution? It can create annoyance, physiological effects on breathing, amplitude, blood pressure, loss of hearing, human performance, sleeplessness. Yes, nervous system can be damaged, and also this can damage the buildings. So this is about noise pollution, a very small topic. Today we will also be taking another topic because noise pollution in itself is a very small topic. So today we will cover one more topic, that is radioactive pollution. So let's see what is radioactive pollution. So radioactive pollution, it is phenomenon of spontaneous emission of proton, electrons and gamma rays or the shortwave electromagnetic waves due to disintegration of atomic nuclei of some elements. Now, to put it in very simple words, radioactive pollution means the emission of some shortwave electromagnetic waves. If you have visited the scan rooms of the hospital or especially the X-ray rooms of the hospital, one very important source of radioactive pollution is the X-ray. So if you have visited the X-ray rooms of the hospitals, it must be written on the front, on the door, that those who are pregnant or carrying mothers, expecting mothers are not supposed to enter the X-ray room. Why? This is because the X-rays can release shortwave electromagnetic waves, and this is a kind of radioactive pollution. So this is also increasing these days, radioactive pollution. And there are two types. One is non-ionizing radiation and another one is ionizing radiation. First one, non-ionizing radiation. It affects only those components which absorb them and have low penetrability. So non-ionizing radiation affects only those components which absorb them. That means there is very low penetrability, that these non-ionizing radiation will not penetrate too much, and it will affect only those components which absorb this non-ionizing components. Now, whereas ionizing radiation, they have high penetration power and can cause breakage of macromolecules. Now, tell me which one is even more severe, non-ionizing or ionizing? Neetu has commented, I thought it will start at 7:30. I'm sorry, Neetu. Actually, I was discussing with Himanshu sir today about the timing. So he told me we will fix it for 7 o'clock every day to avoid any confusion. So every day it will be at 7 o'clock, and also every day we will have class. If at all Sunday, if I'm taking a break, Saturday itself I'll let you know. Saturday during the class I'll let you know. Otherwise, Sundays is also working. We will have classes. And regarding the channel also, we had a discussion today. So I spoke to Himanshu sir, and sir said that we will fix the channel also. So this will be the channel where the videos will be posted. So every day, only in this channel we will post the live sessions, and every day at 7 o'clock. And there is also a Telegram group created by sir. So I'll be joining the group today, and if at all there is any change in the schedule, I'll let you know in the group. So I hope there are no more confusions. Now, yeah, answers. Suprita, Nirja and Neetu has commented ionizing. Yes, ionizing radiation is even more severe because of the penetration power. Now, this is how questions are asked in your examination. Which one, like statement wise questions will be given, and you have to see whether it is correct or not. So, ionizing radiation is even more severe as compared to non-ionizing radiation because of its high penetration power. Now, these are the sources of radioactive pollution. So, the major sources of radioactive pollution, they include cosmic rays from space and terrestrial radiations, from radionuclides present in Earth's crust, such as the radium-224, uranium-238, thorium, potassium, carbon, nuclear power plants, nuclear weapons, transportation of nuclear material, disposal of nuclear waste, uranium mining, and radiation therapy. So you just need to know what are the sources. You need not by heart anything. Just that if in the examination some questions are asked, you should be able to pick the right answers. So that is the only intention. So just be familiar with the sources. Apart from that, there is no need to do anything with the sources. You need not fully by heart or anything. Okay, so Neetu has commented exam might be in the second week of November. So we will try to finish the unit 9, this month itself. So by the end of August itself, we will try to complete this particular unit and all the questions, previous year questions. And if necessary, we will also have 2 sessions a day, if necessary. Okay. Now let's come to the impacts of radioactive pollution. First one, it can damage eyes, it can injure the cells of skin and blood capillaries, including the bumps, impaired metabolism, dead tissues and death of organisms. It can lead to the death of organisms. So it can damage your eyes, injure the cells of the skin and the blood capillaries. Then it can lead to mutation. What is meant by mutation? Anybody, any idea? If you know what is mutation, do let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll explain to you. Don't worry. So, if you know, please let me know. Nirja, abnormal growth. Yes. But why is this abnormal growth happening? Neetu has commented change in gene structure. Yes, that is the correct answer. Mutation means change in the gene structure, but Nirja's answer is also correct because change in the gene structure will lead to abnormal growth, alteration. Yes. Actually, mutation means alteration in the genetic material. So, mutation means alteration in the genetic material. And that is why those who are exposed to high levels of radioactive pollution, the children born to these people, these parents will have some genetic disorders. Like, the parents, the father and the mother. So, father, mother. And what happens during when a child is born or when an offspring is created is that the father and mother will contribute the genetic material which is known as the DNA. DNA is the genetic material. So, replication of DNA is happening. So, this is the offspring which is born out of the father and the mother. So, the genetic material which is the DNA which is actually replicated from the father and the mother changes or it alters during the replication. So, we can call it as an error in the replication of DNA. So, because of this error in the replication of DNA or gene, what will happen? The child which is born, the offspring which is born will have some genetical abnormalities, some problems. So, yeah. Alteration. So, yeah, I'll just take up the comments. Nirja has commented example in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Very good example. Still, even now, the impact of the Nagasaki and Hiroshima nuclear bomb attack. So, this Hiroshima and Nagasaki effects Even now the children born there, they have some genetic disorders. That is one very good example. The radioactive pollution, especially out of the nuclear weapons or nuclear pollutants, it is too intense that you cannot even imagine. So after so many generations also it will still continue. And yes, Neerja has commented after decades also it is affecting. Yes, that's very true, and that is one very sad fact about it. Pooja has also commented that changed genes. Yes, so the offspring, while replicating the DNA from the father and the mother, there will be some errors leading to some genetical disorders. So this is mutation. So I hope mutation is clear for you. Now next one is increased incidence of tumors. Tumors means growth, cancer, shortening of lifespan, and developmental changes. So these are all some of the impacts of radioactive pollution. Now another thing is that air pollution or any other form of pollution, soil pollution. Now we have discussed about air pollution, water pollution, then we discussed about the soil pollution, even noise pollution. So we discussed all these. Now radioactive pollution is much different and much more severe and intense than all these forms of pollution. Do you know why? There are two reasons. One is its immediate impact. Immediate impact because see, if air pollution, we have discussed about many pollutants which cause air pollution. But see, the emissions from vehicle or industrial emission, it did not start last year or 2 years back. It started many years back, and only after many years the impact is so much visible to all of us, and we are experiencing their negative consequences. In case of Delhi, let's take for example, the air pollution levels in Delhi is very high, but it is not a consequence of the events that happened in the near future, but it is a consequence of events which were carried out for a very long period of time. Same as water pollution. The rivers, we discussed about the specific example of Ganges, river Ganga. So the river Ganga got polluted not in just 1 year or 1 month. It took so many years for the industries and the man-made activities to pollute the river Ganga. Even soil pollution. If you use the pesticides and the fertilizers or the chemicals into the soil just once or twice, it will not pollute the soil. But when you do it continuously, it happens. Even noise pollution impact can be somewhat immediate, but radioactive reaction. So see, radioactive reaction or radioactive pollution, as we discussed, see the sources, nuclear weapon, transportation of nuclear material, and because of the specific character of this weapons itself, the impact is felt very soon. So and it will also last for a very long period of time, and maybe also that we cannot bring back the situation to normal very easily. In case of air pollution, what happened during the lockdown, there were various reports suggesting that the air pollution levels have come down. So if we can just stop the anthropogenic activities for a while, the developmental activities for a while, then we can definitely reduce all these other kinds of pollution. So air pollution or water pollution or soil pollution or noise pollution, we can always bring back into normalcy. But in case of radioactive pollution, as Neerja was discussing about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it happened years back, but still the people living there are facing the consequences. So it's much severe and intense in terms of its consequences. Also the impact is felt very immediately. So these are two important things that makes radioactive pollution much more severe and risky and threatful than all other pollutants or types of pollution. So this is about the radioactive pollution. We will also take up the e-waste today. So this one more topic we will take up today. I think we will go ahead with with this lecture for another 10 more minutes if you are okay. So we'll just, okay, I'll try to wind it up in like another 7 to 8 minutes. Please bear it with me. We will just finish it because you people were telling me you have the exams in November, so we need to finish it as early as possible. Okay. Next is e-waste. So e-waste, it is the discarded and end of life electronic products ranging from computers, equipments used in ICT, information and communication technology, home appliances, audio and video products, and all of their peripherals. So any electronic waste which has finished its utility, which has done with its utility when discarded, this is called e-waste. So many examples are there. Maybe many electronic devices, you cannot sell it, or there is no scope you can use it. What you will do, you will just simply dispose it. Very good examples are mobile phones, used electronic gadgets, again equipments like that of mixer grinders, old television. So all these, even the normal CD that you use, so that is also kind of e-waste. So the discarded end of life electronic products, which ranges from computers to whatever small products, electronic products that has lost its utility, and it is now discarded into the open premises. This is e-waste. So e-waste is also another very important problem that we face these days. So this is regarding e-waste. Okay, solid waste, there are little to be discussed. Neetu has commented mobile phone, refrigerator. Yes, very true. So all these things you will simply dispose it, and it will make up the e-waste. So these are the three topics that I wanted to discuss today. So one was noise pollution. All these three topics were very small and very easy also. Noise pollution, radioactive pollution, and the third one is e-waste. Okay. Now regarding the sources of radioactive waste, if you want to write down, you can write down the important one. I'll just mark the important ones. You can write them important ones, you can write it down in your lecture notes. So natural cosmic rays from the space, terrestrial radiations from radionuclides, then all these uranium, thorium, etc. Then most importantly is the nuclear power plants, nuclear weapon, transportation of nuclear material, disposal of nuclear waste, uranium mining, and radiation therapy. So these are some of the examples. You can just write it down. I'll just pause it for a minute or 30 seconds so that you can quickly write it down, because questions can be asked like this: what are the sources of specific kind of pollution? So to answer that, you can just write it down. So any doubts from anything that circuit boards? Yes, another example. Yes, Puvili, yes, correct. So any doubts to be cleared, anything that you want to talk to me, or anything that you want to ask me, you can raise it now. So any doubts or any questions to be asked, you can raise it now. Tomorrow we will try to finish this particular chapter. Solid waste is remaining, impact of pollutants. Yeah, that's all. Tomorrow we will finish this chapter. Because see, sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxides, all these we have discussed already. So we will just revise it again, and we will connect it with the context that we are discussing. Suprita has commented that can you take sessions for 2 hours? Yeah, I'm planning that. So I'll just talk to Himanshu sir. If it's possible, I will take 2 sessions each day. So if that is possible, I'll do that. Then also current affairs also I will do. And I am doing some current affair videos, like small videos, which will be posted on the channel. You can watch them also. Some important topics I am making small lectures. You can even watch that. Otherwise also what you can do is I will combine all the important current affairs, and I'll make some few lectures on that. And PPTs, today I will be joining your Telegram channel. So sir has sent me the link today only. So I'll join the Telegram channel today, and after joining the channel I'll send you all the PPTs. So whatever is finished, I'll send you all the PPTs. Please do unit 10. Yeah. Unit 10 definitely. Yeah, I'll take up unit 10. And no, Telegram number. It's not number. I think it's Digimento's Telegram channel. can someone help Senthil to know? I mean, I think it's a public channel, I think. Telegram link. Okay, 1 second. I hope I was thinking that you people were having the link. Okay, that I have to check with sir because he told me he will send me the link. So okay, then tomorrow I will share the link with you. I have not received, I think. So yeah. Lipika, I saw your comment. Definitely, we will take Unit 10 research and also teaching aptitude. I'm not sure. But then research and Unit 10 definitely we will do after this. We will try to cover this in next 10 days. And when we start with the questions, previous year questions, I will request sir to give me one more session every day so that we will do the questions and simultaneously we will be doing some other topic also. Okay, so when we finish this or even before that, I'll ask sir if I can get 2 sessions every day so that one session I can take Unit 9 and other maybe research or Unit 10, anything I can start. We will do that. Don't worry about it. Okay. And anything else? Okay, Telegram link, I'll make it available by tomorrow. I'll ask sir. I will also have a discussion regarding the same and I'll let you know about it. No, everything is fine. Okay, thank you so much. So I'll meet you again tomorrow. So please do revise whatever we are learning. If you can revise it every day, it's very easy for you. After the class, if you can just go through your notes, it will hardly take some 10 to 15 minutes. Otherwise, if you keep it all aside for later or for the examination, then you won't even understand, you won't even get the clue what we learned, and then you will not be able to connect. So please do revise it every day. So I'll get the Telegram link by tomorrow and you people can join. We will update all the class timings there and also the PPTs also I'll share it there. Okay, so take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello friends and welcome to Digimento. So let's start today's lecture. We were discussing about pollution and the impact of pollutants on human health. So till yesterday we have completed the subtopic pollution. So subtopic pollution, under which we discussed about the air pollution. We discussed about the water pollution, soil pollution, radioactive pollution, and we also discussed about the noise pollution. So all these we have discussed. So the topic pollution entirely we completed. Then we also discussed about, yesterday we discussed about the e-waste. So e-waste. So today we will be discussing 2 things. One is solid waste management. So yesterday we discussed about e-waste. So today we will discuss about solid waste and management of solid waste. Solid waste, and secondly we will also see what are the impacts of pollutants on human health. So various pollutants and their impact on human health. So these are the topics which we will be discussing today. If you have joined with me in this live session, please do let me know in your comment section. So send me a hi or hello so that I'll know that you have joined the classes. So let's begin. And this is our channel, and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the notifications from us. Also, do share this video with your friends if you like the video. And if you are preparing for GATE, NTA, UGC NET or PGT Computer Science, you can avail our courses online, which is available, and more details you can get it from our website www.digimento.com, or you can contact us on this number. So we will further provide you more details on the courses that we provide online. Hi Ampika. Anybody else except Ampika, anybody else have joined the class? Do let me know. Hello. So yeah, I think we will just start. We will just see. By that time, I hope other people also will join us very soon. So hi Ampika, thank you for watching the video. So let's just see what we have learned till yesterday. So hi Neetu, hello, good evening. Hi Parmesh. Your signal is very poor. Okay. Just try to attend the live class, or otherwise Parmesh, you can watch the video after this also. Hi Suprita. So yeah, I think if 1 or 2 more people join the live, then we will just start with it. So nobody else? Okay, Preeti. Hi Preeti. So I think we will just start. So these were the topics that we were discussing till yesterday. And today I will try to finish this particular chapter, pollution and the impact of pollutants on the human health. Hi Monica. So I think we will just start now. Okay. So yeah, and also I think Yuvraj asked me this question: National Mission for Clean Ganga, in which year it was launched? It was in 2011. I was thinking it was in 2015 or 16, but it was launched actually in 2011. Okay, I think this question was asked yesterday by Yuvraj, I think. Okay. Yeah. So till yesterday we have discussed about e-waste. Now we will start with the new topic, that is a solid waste. Now you know what is a solid substance or a solid material. So a solid substance or a solid material, it is in solid form. So the waste which is in the solid form is called the solid waste. So solid waste can be in any form. It can, in solid form, it can be a garbage or a refuse or a sludge from the wastewater treatment plant or air pollution control facility and other discarded materials, which include solid, liquid, semi-solid or contained gaseous material. But what happens overall, even though it contains certain liquid or semi-solid or colloid form of substances, when all these are accumulated together, it looks like a solid waste. It looks like a solid. Not exactly a solid, but at least a semi-solid. Now, resulting from industrial, commercial, mining, agricultural operations and from community activities, even from families or home or household. So, this is called a solid waste. So, there is no need to explain much. Hi Lipika, hello, welcome to the class. So yeah, I think people have joined on time. So let's just continue. Solid waste, it's very simple and there is nothing to be explained. But since this was in the syllabus, I just took up this. Okay. Now, it can be of various forms. Now, plastic waste. An example of plastic waste is dioxin. It contains dioxin, highly carcinogenic and it is toxic. What is meant by carcinogenic? The dioxin which is comprised or which is found in the plastic waste, it is highly carcinogenic. Carcinogenic means cancer causing. It can cause cancer in human beings. Cancer. And it is highly toxic. That means it is poisonous. And it's a byproduct, dioxin, it's a byproduct of the manufacturing process of plastic. So this is a byproduct of manufacturing of plastic, and this byproduct, that is a dioxin, it is highly carcinogenic, which means it can cause cancer in human beings, and it is also highly, it contains toxic. Yes. Hi Attar, good evening. Yes, hi. And Neetu, yeah, causing cancer. Yes, that is carcinogenic. Now coming to municipal solid waste. Now municipal solid waste includes household waste, that the garbage that is generated from our household. Now from construction, demolition debris, like if a building is demolished, then also there can be debris, the waste. Now sanitation residue, waste from the streets, all these consist of the municipal solid waste. Now why it is called municipal solid waste? It is called as a municipal solid waste because it is the responsibility of the municipality or the urban local body to deal with this waste or to dispose this waste, collection and disposal. So municipal solid waste. Hazardous waste. Hazardous means which is dangerous or which is harmful to the human health. Industrial and hospital waste that are highly toxic to human beings. When we discussed about the eutrophication, we also discussed that the waste from the hospitals or industrial units are disposed into the water bodies which causes the eutrophication. Okay, this causes the eutrophication. Now hazardous waste from industries and hospitals, etc., they are highly toxic to the human beings, animals, plants, and also they are corrosive. Now coming to hospital waste, the hospital waste which are mostly generated during the diagnosis, treatment, immunization of human beings or animals, or in research activities, or in the production or testing of maybe biological testing. Okay, so this is the hospital waste. This is again hazardous. Okay, so this is all about the solid waste. Just understand what it is. Most of you might be already knowing what a solid waste. So hi Puvi, I think so many of you have now joined the classes. So thank you so much for joining on time itself. Okay, so now let's come to the second part of this chapter, which is very simple, and also that we have already discussed it in many times in the previous lectures. It's very simple and we will just go through. And sometimes, you know, the pace will be a little high because it's first of all, the topic is very simple. Second thing, we have already discussed about this pollutants many times. So if you have any confusions, if you have any doubts in between, you can just raise it so that we will clarify them and go. So now we are moving to the second part. And yesterday, since you are telling me that you have the exams coming up very soon in November, so I thought I will go a little faster, or maybe after finishing this module, this particular unit, we will start like 2 classes a day, or two live sessions a day, or something like that we will plan, because we need to finish the syllabus. Okay. So what we will do is today we will try to complete the second subtopic, that is impact of pollutants. So we will try to complete this. Actually there are a bit to go, but if you can stay with me, we will just try to finish them. Okay, first one, the oxides of sulfur. So oxides of sulfur means when the sulfur reacts with oxygen, it forms oxides of sulfur. So it can be SO2, SO3, anything, sulfur oxides. So sulfur oxides can cause eye and throat irritation, cough, industries, allergies, impairs the enzyme function in respiratory system. So it is mainly the throat and the respiratory, throat and lungs. So lungs and throat. And now it's very important, one more clue that I will give you. Most of the pollutants, they seem to affect the lungs too much, because mostly the pollutants are air pollutants, which pollutes the air. So most of the pollutants actually affect the air and can be considered as air pollutants. So they directly have an impact on the lungs. So one part of the body which can be highly affected due to the pollutants is the lungs. Okay, so oxides of sulfur, it can cause eye and throat irritation, cough, allergy. It can impair the enzyme function in respiratory system, etc. Now second, we have the nitrogen oxides. So oxides of nitrogen, again it will cause irritation and inflammation of lungs, breathlessness, impairs enzyme function in respiratory system, and causes bronchitis and asthma. So here we will see that the oxides of nitrogen, all of the oxides of nitrogen, they are believed to be, or they are considered to be affecting the lungs and all kind of breathing difficulties like bronchitis, asthma, again breathlessness, respiratory function is affected, inflammation and the irritation in the lungs. So nitrogen oxides, they basically affects the lungs than any other part of the body. So it is basically the lungs which are affected due to the pollutant nitrogen oxides. Now second one is SPM. I'm sorry, this is a mistake, not SOM, it's SPM. So SPM, we have discussed what is SPM, suspended particulate matter. The SPM, it causes lung irritation and reduces the development of RBC. What is RBC? It is the red blood cells. So red blood cells. So suspended particulate matter, or the SPM, it is considered to cause a lung irritation, and it reduces the development of RBC and cause pulmonary malfunctioning. Pulmonary is again related with your lungs. That's why I said most of the pollutants, they belong to the category of air pollutants. Sometimes it can be a solid waste, or sometimes it can be a pollutant, water pollutant also, but it can also be a air pollutant. And most of the pollutants, they directly affects the lungs of the human body. Next we have CO, or the carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide, again you will see here, it causes difficulty in breathing. That means it affects the lungs. So lungs, lung capacity or lungs. Severe headaches, so it can cause severe headaches, irritation to mucous membrane, and unconsciousness, and it can even cause the death in human beings. Next is our CO2, carbon dioxide, which is a very high concern for all of us, which is highly responsible for all the climate change, global warming, etc. So carbon dioxide, it impairs the reflexes, judgment means the consciousness, again vision, severe headaches, and heart strain. So these are the impacts. Now one question that you must be having in your mind right now could be that whether it is important to learn all these pollutants and all the impacts of these pollutants on human beings. Not all, but when you see very odd options, you should be able to eliminate them. So that is the only reason. And there are some pollutants which are very specific to some human body. We will come human body parts, so we will come to that also. So only thing is that you should be able to eliminate the odd ones. Okay, that is the purpose. It's not possible, and it's also not necessary to learn all of them by heart. Okay, next we have the smog. If you remember, smog is smog plus fog. So we have learned about two types of smog, photochemical and the classic smog. Now it also causes respiratory problems, intense irritation to the eyes, and invisibility also we have discussed. Next is ozone, again breathlessness, asthma, then wheezing, chest pain, emphysema, and chronic bronchitis. So ozone, again breathing difficulties, respiratory problems related with lungs, etc. Next we have the chlorofluorocarbons. It causes the depletion of stratospheric layer, and it also causes the global warming. So chlorofluorocarbons, which are also the CFCs. So we have discussed about the CFCs many times, if you remember. In the last chapter also we discussed about CFCs when we discussed about the ozone layer depletion and the global warming. So this is what we said. CFCs are responsible for depletion of stratospheric layer of ozone. Now the importance of stratospheric layer of ozone is that it acts as a protection for the human beings or any life on the earth from ultraviolet radiations from the sun. So the stratospheric ozone is very important in the sense that it acts as a protection for the human beings or any life on this earth from the ultraviolet radiations of the sun. So ultimately it will also lead to global warming. So this is another one. Okay. Now hydrocarbons. So what is hydrocarbons? Now again, how does it affect hydrocarbons? It causes carcinogenic effect on lungs. Carcinogenic effect on lungs means lung cancer. So it can cause lung cancer. It can damage the kidney. It can cause kidney damage, hypertension, respiratory distress, irritation of eyes, irritation in the eyes, nose and throat, asthma, then bronchitis, impairs the enzyme function in the respiratory system. So these are the important things. So these are the important effects of hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons, very important is the lung cancer. So again, it is affecting mostly the lungs. Next is mercury. Now mercury, the impact of mercury. Neetu is asking me a question. Carbon monoxide is more dangerous than CO2. Yes, carbon monoxide is even more dangerous. It can even lead to death. Carbon monoxide. It's very dangerous. Actually, CO2, if you remember, we discussed about carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. So what we discussed is some amount of CO2 or greenhouse gas is very much important to keep the earth warm. But the level of greenhouse gases, when it goes up, it is creating a negative impact by increasing the temperature and leading to global warming. So CO2 up to a certain level is very important, but carbon monoxide is very, very dangerous. Now next we have the mercury. So mercury, it affects the nervous system. So it causes nervous disorders, insomnia, then memory loss, excitability, irritation, tremor, gingivitis, Minamata disease. Now when we talk about mercury, the most important is the Minamata disease, and this was also a previous year question asked in the UGC, this NET exam or the NTA NET examination. So in the NTA NET examination, a previous year question was asked, mercury is related to which disease? So it is the Minamata disease, and this is very important. Mercury is related to the Minamata disease. So hi Parmesh, good evening, and hi Pooja, good evening. So we were discussing about the pollutants and the impact of these pollutants on human health. Okay, so mercury and Minamata disease, please do not forget, because this was a previous year question in your examination. Okay. Mercury, Minamata. You can just remember it as MM. Please write it down also. MM. Okay. You can remember it that way. Now lead. So, one more thing. We have discussed about the sources of these pollutants earlier. So, that's why I am not discussing about the sources of these pollutants. Okay. So, next is lead. It can damage the brain. So, it can cause damage to the brain, the central nervous system, the kidneys, again the brain and the kidneys, impaired intelligence and interference with the development of RBCs, red blood cells. So here you see lead is not causing much damage to lungs, but it is the brain, the central nervous system and the kidneys. So it is what is affected due to the excessive pollution due to lead. Next is cadmium. Cadmium, again it affects the heart. Next is silica dust. So silicosis, it affects the lungs. Now next is asbestos dust, the dust from the asbestos. So asbestos dust, asbestosis, it is the effect. It causes asbestosis, which involves severe respiratory problems, and it can even lead to cancer. So severe respiratory problems, and it is also carcinogenous, which means it causes cancer. Next is radioactive pollutants. Yesterday we discussed about radioactive pollution. So radioactive pollutants, they destroy the living tissues, the blood cells. It affects the cell membrane and cell enzyme functions, leukemia, and permanent genetic changes. If you remember, yesterday we discussed about radioactive pollution in detail, and there we discussed it can lead to problems or the damages to the genetics, genes or the genetic changes. So yesterday what did we learn from the father and the mother? The basic genetic material, which is the DNA. So DNA or the basic genetic material, it is actually copied or duplicated to the child. So this DNA is carried to the child or to the offspring. So in this replication of DNA, so offspring, and during the replication of this DNA, some errors can happen. So this errors can be caused due to some radioactive pollutants. So what are the examples of radioactive pollutants we discussed? Suprita has commented mutations. Yes, correct. Mutation means change in the genetic order. So can you give me some of the examples of radioactive pollutants? Uranium, thorium, yes. Uranium, thermal power, yes. Very good, very good. Thank you so much. So these are all some of the radioactive pollutants. So basically it causes permanent changes or damages to the genetic material or the DNA which is transferred from the parent to the offspring, thereby serious genetical problems like mutation or serious genetical problems in the offspring. So these are the impact of radioactive pollutants. Now next is the coal dust and particles. It can cause black lung cancer, pulmonary fibrosis, which may lead to respiratory failure, that is the difficulty or failure to breathe. So without the support of respiratory devices, it's not possible to breathe. Next is chromium. Chromium, it can cause damage to DNA, and it is extremely toxic in the environment. So it is highly toxic. So some more comments. Nuclear power plants, yes. Uranium, yes. Gamma rays, yes. Plutonium, yes. All these are examples of radioactive pollutants, yes. Next is beryllium. It can cause lung cancer. It can cause skin diseases, poor wound healing. That is, if a particular wound is developed, then it's very difficult or it takes a long time to heal this wound. And rat, like the bumps. Then copper, excess copper, it leads to hypertension, sporadic fever, uremia and coma. Zinc, vomiting, renal damage, cramps. These are all not very important, but just for your understanding, because all these were mentioned in your syllabus. So that's why I wanted to cover this. I don't want to leave anything from your syllabus, that is why, but not very important. If like in case of Minamata and Mercury, such type of important things come, I'll definitely tell you that you have to note down, okay? But since this was given in the syllabus, I felt that I should do my part. So I took all the things from the syllabus. That's the reason. Not very important. Now next is arsenic. Arsenic, it causes disturbances of peripheral circulation, mental disturbances, liver cirrhosis, hyperkeratosis, kidney damage, ulcers, gastrointestinal tract, lung cancer, etc. So these are the problems caused by arsenic. Next is phosgen. It induces coughing, irritation, fatal pulmonary disease or edema. So again, see all these in case of arsenic, phosgen. So basically it is either related to pulmonary or liver. So liver or pulmonary, most of the pollutants, they cause damage to the pulmonary damages, so like the lungs. So lungs, lung issues or breathing difficulties, etc. Pulmonary damages are the maximum. Now next is hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide causes nausea, then irritation of eyes and throat. So these are again some of the important impacts and some of the important pollutants that is given in your syllabus from the previous years, and the syllabus I have taken these topics. So these are some of the important pollutants and their impact on the human health. Now if you have any doubt, we will just take up that. Otherwise what we will do is we will just simply revise whatever we have discussed till now from this chapter. So with today's classes we have finished this class also. Tomorrow we will start the 5th chapter. There are only 7 chapters, 5, 6 and 7. So we will try to finish in this 3 chapters in 1 week, and after that we will take up the questions, and then we will move to the next one. Next one means the next unit. Okay, unit 10 we will start. Okay. So we will just revise it and not kind of revision. We will just see all the topics, and if you have any doubts in between, we will just clarify them and go. So it will be just a kind of recapping whatever we learned. We will just say the topics and then move on, and if you have any doubts, then we will clear them and proceed. Okay, so any doubts from whatever we learned today also, you can put it here. Now let's just recap it in like another 5 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes. So we started this chapter, that is the pollution and the impact of pollutants on the human health. So what is pollution? Pollution means addition. You should not look at the slide and try to answer yourself. So just imagine that you are sitting in a class and you are responding to your teacher. Like that you can do it, the place where you are sitting, there also you can sit and just try responding. So don't try to read it from the slides, but from your memory, from whatever we have learned in the class, just try to respond without looking into the slides. I'll also try that way. So pollution is like addition of excessive material which are unwanted, or excessive undesirable material into the environment is called pollution. So pollution means addition of excessive undesirable materials into the environment, and the impact of pollution is that by the way of addition of this excessive materials into the environment, because of that, what happens, it becomes very difficult for the existence of life. Okay, this is pollution. Now pollutants. Okay, Suprita has commented in between conduct test also. Then what we will do tomorrow, do you want me to take a test, in the sense previous year maybe we will take up some 25 questions tomorrow, 20 or 25 questions. So those who want me to do a test tomorrow, please mention it in your comments, so that okay, if you want a break from the lectures, we will do a test tomorrow. That is also fine. So after finishing the portions, taking the test or anything is fine with me. So tomorrow if you want me to take a test, then we will do that. So this suggestion has come from Suprita. So anybody who supports her, or who wants to do this, you want to take a break in between this lectures and tomorrow we will do a test. If you are in that opinion, we will go for that. So please do mention about your opinion here in the comment section, so that we will do that. If 5 or more people is for the test, then we will do. Okay, now Suprita, yes. Neetu, yes. Attar, yes. So 3 people have commented. Yuvraj, already 10-year question are sent in Telegram. Okay, even I have prepared the last 10-year question papers. I mean, this unit 9, not all the questions actually. From paper 1, unit 9, whatever questions have come, last 10 years I have. I think 10 or 20 years I have prepared. No, 10 years. Okay, 10 years I have prepared. So yeah, so Suprita, Neetu, Attar and Karthik. So Yuvraj, you want me to conduct a test tomorrow? Karthik has also said a yes. So one more person yes says yes, we will go for the test. Anybody else? Okay, Lipika and Yuvraj. So everyone is for a test tomorrow. So we will go for a test tomorrow and be prepared. Okay. So I want all of you to answer also. Yes, Sumati is also for the test. So tomorrow we will go for a test. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow revise. Okay. So before the test, now itself we will just see what are the topics we discussed. Or you want to do it yourself. The revision, do you want to do it yourself, or you want me to do the revision now? That also please tell me. You want to take this revision now in the class, or you will do it yourself? Yes, Pooja has also given the green signal for the test. So yes, everyone is for the test. So I'm so happy, you know, because usually people, students used to escape whenever we talk about a test. Okay, Sumati has said now. Okay, so we will have a quick revision now. So pollution and pollutants. Okay, Attar also. PPT. Yeah, actually I joined the Telegram channel, but what happened is I am not able to send messages. So I will just tell sir to upload the PPTs. Okay, I'll ask sir, and today itself I'll do that. Okay, I'll upload the PPTs today itself, so that you have the test tomorrow, no? So I'll just upload it. Okay, we will do the revision. Okay. Now pollutants. What are pollutants? These are the materials which causes the pollution. Now classification of pollutants. It can be classified into 3 broad categories. The first one is primary and secondary. Second is quantitative and qualitative pollutants, and the third one is biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So I hope you know what are the differences between all of these. Now ma'am, after the unit is over, we want to appear for test for the whole unit. That we will do, but I was telling you that now tomorrow also we will have a small test. After the unit is finished, then also we will go for the test, definitely. Full unit test we will definitely do. But tomorrow in between, let us take a break and have a small test, okay? Karthik, thanks and take care. You too take care, Karthik, and thank you so much. And Neetu, which Telegram channel? I think it is Digimento. The name is Digimento. Can someone just give the name of Telegram channel here? And Pooja, we can revise. Yeah, we will revise now. Okay. So 3 broad category: primary, secondary, quantitative, qualitative, then biodegradable and non-biodegradable. And I will suggest you not to look into the PPTs now, just try to revise it from your own memory, from your own understanding. So please try to do it, okay? Now we first discussed about air pollution. So air pollution means the discharge of harmful substances to the air or to the atmosphere. And major air pollutants are carbon monoxide, then carbon dioxide, and we also discussed about the sources. So sources I am not going now. So you can revise it. Sources: carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, lead, ozone, suspended particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide. So all these. Now definitely, okay, I will give you a clue here. Definitely what you can do is, if you know which are the air pollutants. Now I gave you a clue already that the air pollutants have a direct impact on the air. Air means the air that we breathe. So it causes a direct impact on the breathing. Now, if it causes a direct impact on the breathing, what does it mean? It causes a direct impact on the lungs. So, this is how you can remember. Okay, if you know what are the air pollutants, just connect it with some of the diseases related to your lungs or breathing difficulty, asthma, bronchitis, etc. Okay. Now next we discussed about smog, which is a combination of smoke and fog. So okay, we discussed what are the differences of Los Angeles and London smog. So for that, basically it is photochemical smog and classic smog. For that you can bring in the names of these cities, Los Angeles and London. So we discussed what are the differences. Next is the effects of smog, how it has an effect on the environment and on the human beings. Next is indoor air pollution, that is air pollution within a particular premise. It can be an organization, home, commercial facility, institution, etc. Fly ash, and most important thing about the fly ash is its utility, how it can be used. Fly ash is basically a pollutant, but we can use it. There is some utility. It can be used instead of cement up to 35%. And regarding the durability, strength and all, we have discussed in detail. Crop yield, water holding capacity, etc. Then two things: National Air Quality Monitoring Program and National Ambient Air Quality Standards. Next is water pollution. So water pollution is addition of certain substances to the water, such as organic, inorganic, biological, radiological, heat, etc. So addition of unwanted substances, that is pollutants, into the water is called water pollution. It can be point sources and non-point sources. We also discuss examples. And these are the sources of water pollution. Effects also we discussed. Next is National Mission for Clean Ganga. Very important, and we discussed in detail the pillars of Clean Ganga. Next is the soil pollution, which is again the addition of unwanted material to the soil. Types of soil, and the most important is alluvial soil because of its fertility, but the maximum the area which is covered, it is by black soil. So 29.69% of the total area is occupied by the black soil. Now the sources of soil pollutants, effects: noise pollution, sources, impact, radioactive pollution, very important, and the effects also we discussed. Ionizing and non-ionizing, which one is more severe? It is the ionizing because of the high penetration power of the ionizing radiation. Sources of radioactive pollution and impacts. Then e-waste, then is our solid waste, then the impact of pollutants, which we discussed today. So these all are the topics we discussed under this particular chapter. So I will conduct a test tomorrow, and then we will see. Okay, please do revise, as like the test will not be just from this chapter. So we have as of now completed 4 modules, 4 chapters. So we will have a test from all the 4 chapters. Okay. So we will try to include some like more questions, and then we will have the test tomorrow. So be prepared. From these 4 units we will have a test tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, take care.